Toast is brought to you by GBH Hair Relaxer Cream and Crickover Wines and Champagne.
Welcome to the #1 lifestyle show, Toast, right here on GHOne television. It's your girl, Mami Inimwa, back home with my usual suspect. It's about to be another Thursday evening with insightful conversations, back and forth, exchanging words and banter. But most importantly, we are here to learn a thing or two. And of course, that's what Toast is all about. As per usual, I'm here with my girls, my ladies, the beautiful Ganyobi Achawa.
Hello, everybody.
You're looking so gorgeous in that pink.
Thank you. You look like a Barbie doll.
And then we have Avnamoe, aka Lordina.
Mommy, it's okay. I'll cry on this show one day. It's okay. It's okay.
It's Obing Boating.
Oh, no, so they're better.
It's Obing.
Hey, it's okay. Why? I'll find your secret and I'll destroy you.
Why
Let's
you Charlie
go.
Dio? Yeah, sorry, Charlie. Moving on.
Wicked entity.
And then we have one of our favorites. I say favorites because she's been in the game for a bit.
Yeah.
We have Akosia Hansen.
Hi.
You're looking so gorgeous.
Thank you.
And I'm so excited to have you on the show
Same here.
tonight. I mean, we'll come back and discuss your expectations for tonight because I'm sure you are definitely going to need a good drink
Of course.
to take in all the information and of course I don't know how you do it with these girls.
Week, I'll give you the wine.
Yes. Speaking of wine, well, I have some great news for you. Every time we come on this show, I feel like Crickover just really does the trick for us. No?
I know.
It really does. But before that, let me acknowledge one of our sponsors as well, GBH Hair Relaxer. The last time you told me you were going to the salon, how did it go for you?
Mommy, you know with natural hair, it's like the comb is breaking, your head is aching, and sometimes you just don't have the time to see through it.
Not with small lyrics.
I swear. You don't even have the time to, you don't have the time and the luxury to go through it. And now we have to shoot like almost every week. So when I get my head visits, like, Madam, you know the trick. Just relaxes my hair and I'm done. And when she relaxes, the hair becomes so obedient. Like I can sleep and wake up and it's still in the same place. GB hair relaxer, oh my God, I love you.
Well, speaking of unwinding and speaking of wine, relish the exquisite taste of Crickover wines, which are made with tradition and quality in mind, meticulously and passionately crafted, showcasing the distinctive mix of luxury and wine. Well, they offer you the following diverse range of wines to cater to various tastes and occasion, which is the Crickover Codro Premium Red Wine, Crickover Brut Alb Sparkling Wine, Crickover Pastoral Premium Red Wine, Crickover Lacrima Dulce Sparkling Wine, and then Crickover Amplios Premium Red Wine, Crickover XO65 whiskey. This is actually one of my favorites. If you know me very well, you know I'm all for browns. Browns just, that's the, I know you love.
Now, you know, you tried to introduce me to the browns and the whites.
We'll come back with the wine. But I mean, the wines are available for purchase on retail or wholesale. For inquiries, you can contact them on 055-869-0040. And again, it's 055-869-0040. Explore the diverse range of wines we have to offer and elevate your drinking experience with Crickover. Cherish and cheers to quality, tradition, and exceptional taste. Crickover, true to its name. Speaking of Crickover, Akosia, it hasn't been a while, right?
No.
Right. But in terms of like work, media-wise, what have you been up to?
So I host the Y Lounge,
Okay.
the evening show on YFM from 7 to 10 p.m. every day, Mondays to Thursdays. Yes. Yes. And I'm involved in creating at least what is Africa's oldest IP in graphic novels and comics. It's called Moon Girls. And Ghana has the oldest IP, so we should be very excited.
Oh, wow.
It's been in the round since 2018. We won Best Graphic Novel at the No More Awards, which is presented by the Scientific and Fantasy Society for Literature also.
Wow.
And yeah, now looking at doing more things. I work at Alliance Française.
Okay.
You speak very good French.
Un peu, c'est pas bon, mais je parle un peu.
Oui.
What did she say, Mommy?
I said oui.
What did she say?
Oh, Oh, she said she speaks French, but not fluently. She said que je parle bien français. Oui, français c'est mon deuxième
Côté,
langue.
côté. Sweet. Please tell us about Moon Girl.
Okay, Moon Girls.
What even in Moon Girls.
Yeah.
What inspired?
So I'm an activist, right?
Okay.
And in 2016, I launched an organization called Drama Queens, which usually uses arts for activism. And we started using theater, talking about rape culture, and we've gone through other forms of arts. When you do one form of art, it snowballs into others. So theater, we've gone into film, we've gone into art exhibitions, and so comics, graphic novels became the next, thing by 2018. And basically what it does is we tell the stories. Have you ever, we don't center, when you think of superheroes, right? You think of Batman or Superman, right? Yeah. But you don't necessarily think of, Dede, who is a fish seller. No, exactly. But meanwhile, African women, black women are everyday superheroes, you sitting right here, constantly, changing our country, changing the way we live. And so Moon Girls follows the adventures of 4 Ghanaian girls. One is a teenager, the others are young women who are trying to fight for an Africa free from environmental distraction, from corruption, from rape culture. So it's following the adventures. And we use a lot of fantasy. We delve deep into African traditional knowledge and trying to draw that type of history through the arts, basically. Okay. And it's been running since 2018.
So what were some of the challenges you faced when you first founded
Drama Queens? Moon Girls. So Moon Girls, I'll say funding. The funding came because already had the kind of legacy of work. But then graphic novels, comic books is very expensive. You're paying for a studio. We're producing a chapter every month, about 25 pages. And a graphic novel, there's the writing of the script, which is like a film. You write all the storyboards. Then there's the illustration of every picture. Yeah. There's someone who's going to color every picture. There's someone who's going to, bring it to life. And so that was a lot of money. We are now even moving into 3D animation film, which is going to be a lot of money. So it's funding, I'll say. But, when you keep doing it, basically.
I'm very, very interested to know more about Moon Girls, but I mean, so far so great, right?
So far so good. Watch out for the film coming out, the 3D animation film. Yeah.
You're going to premiere it in cinemas.
Hopefully, yes. Hopefully, yes.
We would love to come.
Thank you. I'll invite you. Awesome.
Okay. But what are your expectations for tonight's show? Quickly, briefly.
I love girls and I love alcohol, so I
know. And we love you.
We love you already.
So it's gonna be lit. I'm expecting
Welcome to this.
Thank you very much. Awesome.
Abna, what are your expectations for tonight?
As usual, all the fun, the buzzballs, the mess. I'm here all for it.
I'm here to have fun. I think tonight is just really calm and then listening to my other sisters. So
Okay. Well, as you've heard, we are here to make sure you have a great Thursday evening. But even as we toast to life, let's also toast to a great show, a Thursday evening to unwind and lay it all on this table.
Yeah, baby.
Many thanks going out to Crickova for sponsoring us and also for GBH Hair Relaxer. Let's take a quick commercial break. When we come back, it's Toast right here on GHOne Television. We'll be right back. Welcome back. It's still Toast right here on GHOne Television. My name is Mame Inimwabeko, and of course, I am in the studio with Abna Moe, aka Lodina Obing, and of course, Ganyobi Achanwa.
I'll quit this job if you don't post
And then we have the ever gorgeous, the beautiful.
She's so gorgeous.
Right?
Yeah, like
California. Finally! Somebody!
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. What have y'all men been sucking on?
We're managing it.
Your men have been sucking on your heartbeats.
Be nice.
Wait, that was really mean. Anyway, it's Toast here on
Sucking on your heartbeat.
Yeah.
Damn.
This show is proudly brought to you by GBH Hair Relaxer and of course to Crickova for giving us this to Toast to Life and of course for sponsoring the show as well.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Don't cheers with the flat-chested girls.
Whatever.
Keep calling me Lodina, you are dead.
We delve into a topic that challenges traditional gender roles and sparks powerful conversations. Are men threatened by financially stable women. As the world evolves, more women are also evolving by achieving financial independence and breaking glass ceilings. However, this progress also raises important questions. How does a woman financially stable impact her relationship? Do men feel intimidated or empowered by a partner who earns more? Well, my able ladies are ready to express their take on this particular conversation. What an enlightening conversation it's going to be tonight. I'm so excited for this. But I mean, Akosia,
Yes.
first and foremost, do you think right now the men of our generation purposely set themselves out there to go out there to look for women? The same way women are apparently going out there looking for financially stable men. Do you think men are also going out there looking for women that are financially stable?
I'll say yeah, there will be some men who genuinely go out there looking for that. I would say also, even financial stability also is success. So successful women also attract, men. Men will go out for them. It's just sometimes you hear the conversation of, after I've gotten this and I see you, I was attracted by the lights that, she was shining with, and now I want to dim that light. But you use a very powerful word in the beginning, which I want to qualify my statement with. You use evolved, right? Evolution. I would say unevolved men are those who would have any issues being with financially stable women or successful women. And we can delve into that later, I guess.
Okay.
Let me not run
Absolutely.
through.
So how would you respond to a man who is intimidated or threatened by your financial stability?
Okay, I would say that's not a man I should be with anyway. That's someone who is insecure, hinges their definition of their manhood and masculinity on something that is very fickle. I like someone who would be more evolved to want to partner with me to, let's improve the quality of our relationships if we no longer have to worry about financial independence or any of those things, like how to have a lifelong partner, go through the world with this person, grow up, grow old together, that type of thing. I think that we've evolved to, humanity has evolved from certain things. So an evolution requires us to gives us freedom to now, improve on the quality of relationships. Now, if you no longer have to worry about certain things. At first, when forests worried about tigers and things because we're living as hunter-gatherers. Now, we don't have to worry about that. We've created societies, we have buildings, we put animals in zoos, whereas we get to be free. When you release all of those, because we've evolved, we now have more freedom I can now improve the quality of my relationship with you as opposed to it being hinged on something as superficial as financial independence.
I almost got you, Akosia. How would you also respond to a man who is intimidated or threatened by your financial stability?
You see, we cannot hide the fact that money is power. Money is power. Like, when somebody has money, they don't even need to talk much. When they walk into a room, it's like they command it. I could say, we can sit here and say, I want a man who will be with me. But if you are sick and this man doesn't have money to give to you to go to the hospital, you are mad. And then, there is this thing that came with us from before evolution or whatever to creation and all that the man is the head.
I don't believe that at all.
Okay.
The titties.
No, like... In the Western world, in the Asian world, in the Black world, in every part of the world, we might not believe, but you see, whether I believe that this flower is there or not, it is there. Whether or not I believe this flower exists, my belief does not change the existence of the flower. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. Right. We as human beings can evolve in our minds and say that, I do not think that a man must have all that money to be with me. I want a man who would understand me, who would love me. I mean, I argue with Ganyobi about that all the time. But it doesn't change the view of the world. The view of the world is different from... Sometimes we are evolved than the world. That's why there are people that are ahead of their time. What you understand and how your brain has evolved, the rest of us 98%, we haven't evolved with you. So whether we like it or not, we can say it's a woman's world and all that, but we're lying. It is a man's world. Akusha, you don't have to agree. Akusha, if you wanted a man today, and you wanted to marry him, till this man says, I want to marry Akusha cannot go and pay that man's bride price. It is the way of the world. Whether she whether Ganyobi likes it, whether you like it, whether I like it or not. I cannot go to a man's house and say, I've seen your flower, I want to come and tear him. You do not
You see what?
your flower and I want to come and tear him. You cannot. No, I mean that's what they used to say. Me who flower be with him,
It's a literal English.
No, you see, like, no. I mean, that's why I didn't say I've seen. That's why I said I've seen a flower. I didn't say I've seen a man. I said I've seen a flower in your home and I want to tear him. Like, yeah. So I want. Oh, sorry. Oh, okay. So I want to pluck the flower. You don't go there and say that because it is the man that will come to you and say they want to come and marry you. So there is this way of the world that whether we like it or not, let's just say you. I'm sorry, I'm not saying you're mean, I'm not saying you're all that. Both of you have this Western background. From your English, from your attitude, we can tell. Have you?
My name is Akosia.
And yeah, Akosia, what's
I went to Nana Akosia I went to all my school and yeah, because that's a good example for you to say going. Because of colonialism, because we were raised in a country where we were owned by British and we were told
are we all not colonized?
Because this is
we were all colonized, but I can speak the
This is also what happened to some of us.
Okay,
they forced us to speak only English. And I'm ashamed of it.
I'm ashamed of it. No, I
so
really
teach
love
me
Akosia.
tree.
No, I'm not. I don't mind
tree.
teaching you tree.
Yeah.
I'm
ashamed of it.
No matter what we do, whether you are Western, whether you are Hifa, there is this thing that the man.
Okay, if
in government, how many women are in government? So I mean, it's like I'm building my point. Okay. We're now getting used to women who are presidents. It's like slowly society is now building up to accept the whole woman thingy. Because whether you like it or not, there are jobs that women cannot do. I have a friend who was a chef for an airline. And then women are not allowed in that hot kitchen. Your eggs will be cooked. There is this life, there is this thing. So now you've met a man. I'm not saying it's the right thing. But from his infancy, there is colonialism. There is whether our grandparents or whatever, we have been taught that the man is the head. Your grandfather will tell you, your mother will tell you, your grandmother will tell you, generations will tell you. Even now, we girls, as much as we want to say we're independent and all that, we look for men that will take over us. I'm not lying. Every time we sit here and we talk, if a man can do this for me, I don't want that man. We sit here and we say it. So now, as we have agreed that,
are you shading me?
No, I'm actually shading her. She's not even responding. You are the one that is responding. So as much as we have all accepted all of this, now you meet a man who grew up in a patriarchal system or whatever it's called. Patriarchy. He grew up in a patriarchy. Yeah, the system. In his family, he grew up with his father being the one taking care of the home. His uncles were the ones taking care of the home. His siblings, same. Now he comes to meet you, Akosia. Has everything going on for her. In his home, his mother was the one cooking every meal. His mother will come back from work, his sisters are cooking, the boys are playing. It's like, there's a system in the typical home, African home. Now he's met Akosia, who is all that. And I'm not saying it's a bad thing, it's a very great thing. Because the never be crying to pay So he met Akosia, she's excelling in everything, she's intelligent, she goes beyond. This guy didn't even get to go to a Montessori. Didn't even get to be colonized. He is still in the typical... Because it's colonization that helped us to free ourselves from all of that. Whether we like the colonization or not, it's the colonization that has helped us to know that a woman must not be in the kitchen alone. It's colonization.
It's actually colonization that brought the system of... No, let me correct you.
First, women were not working. We were just giving birth all over the place.
No, let me correct you. Just so that
before, let me end. There was this thing called female genital mutilation because they didn't want a woman to have feelings so that she would cheat on her man. That is the system we were in before the white man came to give us education and all of that. All I'm saying is that we've been educated and all that has made us see that I'm making money, you're making money. Why should we all close from work and I'll come and cook for you to eat and then I'll clean the kitchen? We have men that are still in that system. So it is quite difficult. So in our system right now, to meet a man who is ready to accept that. Akosia, I love Akosia. Akosia will be my wife. But Akosia can't cook every day. She can probably cook once a week. So Akosia is too rich.
So I'm not, if I'm to get you right, with this particular mindset, would you blame it on tradition, culture, or even society?
Yes, tradition, culture, society.
All of it.
All of it.
Akosia, what about you?
I would say that everything she's saying is true, but the only thing is this was actually introduced by colonization. If you go into African history tells you how African households, women were the breadwinners. Makola, Makula is run by who? The Market Queens. During J.J. Rowling's time, when
JJ is recent.
I'm just giving you an example.
I'm giving you like
of
the
time.
typical.
Let me finish. Let me finish. Let
So
me
are you
finish.
saying this
So I'm just saying that yes,
the man is not a
colonization
breadwinner?
and the patriarchal setup
let her
of
make a
that
point,
actually is not. It was something that was introduced by British colonization. African households, women were the ones who went out, who also they were part of building the economy. Women could be queen mothers. Women were part of being social leaders and governmental leaders. These are all the things that were in our history. Today's feminism, for instance, and when people talk about why people are feminists, all of that, it's because they came to Africa to see how empowered we were. We were so empowered at the time that if you want to divorce your husband because the sex was no good, you can. If you go to villages today in Ghana,
Really?
yes, just because your husband doesn't give you enough, we were so empowered. I need you to know this. So
Like
what
that
you are
was in the
saying,
olden days?
that was the old African. I'm telling you this as an African history student, right? And so this is not
Abna, is it new
and
to
this
you?
is not
Very new to me.
So what you're saying is right, because it was actually introduced by colonization, and of course, every system had its flaws and all of that, which is why we had the FGM was popular amongst
Apart from
Africa, but then
FGM,
at the same
Akosia,
time.
at first, when your father is owing somebody money, instead of using his son, he could say, "Oh, Mame is there. She's very trum."
All of those
I will
are
use
patriarchal
Mame.
systems.
I will use Mame to replace the
That's
debt.
chococy.
They never used the set, and
That's
it was
chococy.
before. I mean, those things were before JJ. I mean, education was what made women see that we're also part of it.
I'll say
We're also
your
important.
history, your ancestors, your name, if you trace all the way back, you are this powerful because of the African women who were already this powerful before today. What happened was
My grandmother
break.
had 13 children. Right
And
now, she would
what's
not have
wrong
those
with that?
number of children. She was a health.
No,
I
but
love
she
you.
was a powerful woman. She
No,
was a matrix
she
of the family,
wasn't.
she?
She was just having babies.
Women were
I
that
watch-
empowered during that time.
Yes.
Because society has always made us believe that the man is the
We're
head
the
of
lesser
the family.
creation.
So
And we
society
always
has
have
made
to
you
live
believe,
according to the
yes.
quips and caprices of a man. And whatever the man says is the final decision. And that is what we are actually trying to break chain from, to understand. Because in the olden days, women didn't have bank accounts. You cannot have a passport without your husband. You cannot own properties.
Yes.
That
We're
was
talking
before.
70s,
Yeah.
80s, exactly.
No, way before the 80s and
No,
the 70s.
about the time on passports and all of that. That's
Yeah,
around,
but
you're looking
now
70s,
women
80s.
own properties.
Yes.
There are even women who are breadwinners of the home.
Being overly qualified or being overly successful as a woman can look like a blessing, but it's actually a curse, because especially when you're single, it becomes more difficult for you to settle down or find a husband or a partner or be in a relationship. Where do you think this notion or this myth is coming from? And is there any truth or accuracy in it? Yeah.
I think it is a fact. If you are evolved in a society that's not evolved, you would be the one that would struggle when you just are more evolved than, So for instance, I don't know, I want to give an everyday example, like someone being in class 6, someone who is in class 6, but they are forced to do classes with people in class 1. You get what I'm saying? There would be that. So you won't be able to find what can be your par. But then I've lately, I've lately come to find that the world has evolved, so that we don't have that unevolved situation anymore. If where you are, you see people who have an issue with you because you're overqualified or you're this successful woman, the world is opened up now. It's globalized now. Like we all talk on X and we all talk about the same things that are happening around the world. Gaza, whatever, we're all talking about the same things together. You get to fly and meet people. People get to connect over music and arts. Now you get to meet evolved human beings. And I have met evolved men, who do not have any of these type of notions anymore. So now I've come to correct myself that I don't want to generalize anymore men. It's just maybe the specific circle you're around, can be problematic. But if you go beyond the circle, you would find people who will be able to understand.
We live in a society where automatically women are supposed to be submissive. You are supposed to be very humble, especially where relationship or, in marriage, let's speak marriage. However, there's this notion out there that for married women who are more successful than the husband, they tend to become very arrogant or very very nasty towards their husband. Sometimes they don't even respect their husband because they feel like they're the ones making more money. Whether the husband is the one paying the bills or not, they feel like they are more, they have it. They are the ones that have arrived. For you, Abna, do you think that there's any truth in this? Or maybe it could be that maybe because the man feels threatened, he feels as though the woman feels like, oh, I'm the one that's arrived. I don't know if you get what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, I started my argument with money comes a certain level of power, Mami. when I have money, like there is this spirit that comes with money. That's a sika emoja, sika sunsun. Sometimes when you're there and there is money in your pocket, your attitude, your demeanor, even your taste buds change. There is this spirit that comes with money, mommy. I can't go out there, work 12 hours, 15 hours, sit on a table of men, argue my point or whatever, make a business deal, make money, and I come home and you're sitting in the couch watching TV and you say, just because you're the man, you have waited for me the whole day, so I should go and cook for you. Nobody will. I don't know how to explain it. It's like in every relationship, there is somebody is given. We are all given something. You are either given financial help or finance, or you're given physical help, or there is something everybody is given.
You make money and you become the man. Or
it's not suddenly I make money, mommy. Making the money is not suddenly. If you have, you know how it is to make money, especially like with those big elite whatever. You're having meetings. You're going for. Imagine you wake up at 4 a.m. Go for a meeting from 5 a.m. to 12. Have lunch. Step into another meeting for another couple of hours. You're managing something. You're having to deal with employees like 200, 300, or even 20. Let's even just take 5 or 10. Then you come home. But there's a difference between mommy. My husband went to work. We all went. We are all tired. We came home. He said he wants to see something. We'll probably buy something. But there is this money thing that you are my wife. You have to do it for me. So you are there.
Abna, you are the same person that sat on this chair and said that men are supposed to be the head of the family.
Wait.
So if a man is the head of the family, suddenly you start making more money and tables turn, and then you become the head of the house.
Mommy, wait. Mommy, are you my leader? Are you my leader? I'm asking you a question. Are you my leader?
Majority.
No, I know. I'm not like this. Are you my leader?
No.
When you are sweating and we're on set, do we all not just try to help you out? Does that mean we're lesser than you?
No.
When you need something or you are sweating too much, do I not fund you? Does that make me less?
No.
So if I go to work and I come back and you are sitting in the chair doing
But
nothing,
marriage is a
and
different institution.
You see, when you want to be the head,
Marriage is
Jesus Christ
different-
was the head and he washed his disciples' feet.
Yeah.
To be able to lead, you must learn to serve. That is leadership.
Is service.
Leadership is service. You being the leader does not mean that you are going to the kitchen to go and cook.
Okay.
You being the leader means that I have something, like I need some, like emotional or mental stability. I need mental intelligence. I have a problem. I come
So
to my
getting
husband.
money suddenly disappears, wipes away your submission.
Money gives you the ability to
what is the
exhibit
meaning
your
of,
real
what is the
character.
meaning of submission?
Submit to your husband.
What is the meaning of submission? Let's start from there. What is the meaning of submission?
How can you submit to your husband if you feel like you have more power than your husband?
What is power, mommy? All I'm saying is we have roles in the relationship. Let's say we have to pay mortgage. I have worked so hard for it in such a way that you don't have to think about our mortgage. What is so wrong with you trying to put food on the table? Does that make you less of a woman, of a man? Me bringing the mortgage, does that make me less of a woman? If you don't have any,
not switched up roles.
no,
then?
if you don't have, no, my
the
point
roles
is,
have switched.
no, my point is, no, wait, my point
You've
is,
switched up
yeah,
roles
my
then.
point is, if the man doesn't have any problem accepting the financial help
shouldn't
and
have any
everything
problem.
from the woman, if you don't have any problem selling your birthrights to the woman to go and bring all the
Abna.
money,
No, you see, I feel you're contradicting yourself.
I've dated somebody who was so much of an alpha male that no matter how broke he was, he will not take your one cedi. That was him. Like a woman's role, like a woman can't do this for me. You can go to heaven and come down. He will not take it.
That is why I'm also going to say
So my
that.
point is that there is logic, there is rationality. If we come here and Akosia is bleeding, the fact that we go and bring the doctors come and help Akosia and we're all attending to Akosia doesn't mean that Akosia is a god and we're subordinates.
Okay,
No,
I get it.
It just means that somebody needs help and we're helping him.
Okay.
So if you and I are living together,
So
and we say
does that
we
make
love
you the
each
head
other,
of the family?
What?
So does that?
How does that make me the head? Because I went to bring financial help.
Let me just say this. I also feel that when it comes to all these roles, money and power brings out your real character. If you're a good woman and you're a submissive woman and you still have money, you will not find a problem with doing certain things. That is why.
You have come from somewhere.
Let me just. When you were talking, I never interrupted.
It was my point that you were trying to.
Yeah, but you made your point.
No, you didn't let me.
Okay, calm down.
You have gone to a business meeting for 6 hours, 7 hours.
Okay.
In somewhere,
Yeah.
you have sat in a car 6 hours to come home. When you came back, it's not like your husband went to work and came back home. He was just sitting in the couch doing nothing. He's hungry. He's waiting for you and says that, oh, since you are the woman and I'm the head, I was waiting for you to come and cook for me.
No, you see.
So because I'm submissive, so because of that, I will like.
Abena, you
this
didn't.
is
You didn't get
logic.
the. You didn't get the question she asked.
Hear what she's saying.
You didn't get the question that she asked. She was talking about the fact that does a woman being financially independent threatens a man, and I'm talking about the fact that the only way that is going to happen is when the woman has money and power and she feels very boastful, because ordinarily, from the society that we come from, the man is the head of the family. And for some reasons, the woman started making money, and all of a sudden, she thinks that, okay, she's not going to do any house chores, she's going to be disrespectful and all that. There's a little bit of a question mark. That is why I am saying that.
You didn't say the woman is disrespectful of a side.
No,
You just said she makes more money.
You said arrogance.
more-
You used the word
she becomes arrogant.
That's what I'm saying. I'm using disrespectful in the place of arrogance. I believe, and what you're saying is 100% true, but also, when a woman makes money, okay, if she's a good, a kind and a submissive woman, it's not going to change, because that is who she is. Whether you, that is, you see, I'm not, you see, when you say that, that is why the last time I was telling you that the man who is financially challenged and does not have power cannot be trusted. You see, money and power has a way of changing you. When you have, just like you said earlier, when you have a specific amount of money in your account and you can afford certain things in life, the way you think and react to things are very, very different. That is why, as a woman, when you're choosing a man, you need to choose a man that you know deep down your heart you can submit to, because table will change.
That's why I asked, what is the definition of submission? My definition of submission is not coming to cook for you every night.
So
What is
My
your
definition of submission is that no matter how much money I have, no matter how wealthy I am than you, I ask for your opinion in every decision I take. Like, I can buy my own house, I can buy my own car, but you
So what if you want to buy the car and he says don't buy the car?
Will you be my husband and ask you, oh, you should buy a house?
Don't buy the
I
house.
want to buy a 7-bedroom house.
Don't
You're
buy
like,
it. What
oh,
would
no,
you
my
do?
wife, 7 is too much. I think it's extravagant. Buy 4. Submissive woman, knowing that she can afford the 7-bedroom house, can furnish it and all that, will be like,
That's
oh.
your definition of
So what if I say don't buy? What if I say don't buy it?
I will take your counsel. I will take your counsel, and emphasis on wise counsel. You are not, if you're a fool,
Then
whether
if
I'm submissive or not,
if I'm giving
I
you
will not
counsel
listen to
and you're
you.
not listening,
But
then you're not listening to my counsel then.
If you're not speaking sense, if you're my husband, for me to marry you, I must make sure I have to understand that I respect you.
Right.
You and I are on a certain level of intellect, like you have to have a certain level of intellect for me to know that, oh my God, this man is somebody that even without money, he can lead me. That is why I married you in the first place. Money aside. So now, I am rich. As much as I can go out and come back at 3, as much as I can travel to Dubai and come back in the next 2 weeks, me being a married woman, I have to ask myself, oh, baby, Mame and Ganyubi are going on a vacation in Dubai for 2 weeks. Can I go? He's like, oh, we have kids. You can't leave the kids for 2 weeks, so you go for 3 days and come
What
back.
if he says
a
do not
submissive
go?
woman will listen for the 3 days.
No, what if he says don't go?
Don't go at all. Why?
Yeah.
Why?
Then you're not submissive.
No,
then.
then you don't understand submission.
Then you're just no.
Submission doesn't mean that if
a
your body-
submissive
No,
woman when your
hold on,
husband
hold
tells
on,
you
hold
don't
on.
go,
Then
you don't
no,
go.
then you don't
So what's
understand
your
submission.
definition of submission?
Yes, what's your definition of submission? That's the word.
There is this conversation out there on the streets that says that basically when women are usually successful during the early times, they feel like they don't need a man. They feel like I can do this on my own. I'm having a fair time on the streets. Not on the streets per se, but like, I'm just focusing on work.
Yeah.
I don't need a man. I'm independent. I'm this, I'm that. And then years down the line, you find them becoming very lonely. And then now they're looking for a man and it's not happening. Do you think there's any truth in this?
I mean, there's the truth of it for some people's lives, and there's also the non-truth where people don't think like maybe there's a point in time in your life where you just cannot partner because you have a crazy work schedule. Maybe you have a goal. I want to be able to get this here at this point in time. I'm in school at this time. Can I balance children? And afterwards, to get to a time where we grow. You want to be with someone who, as you're growing older, to be with someone who is living this life with you. We change. There's nothing wrong with it, so we shouldn't demonize it. And I think you even mentioned an example earlier when you were talking about if you're good in itself, power and money comes to test you. But when it tests your character, there's no way you become arrogant because you have more money. Like I said, money is just society's. This is the next fickle thing. It's just a tool. But if you are evolved in yourself and you now have money, it doesn't mean you become arrogant. It doesn't mean you become.
It just means also true character.
Yes. So if your true character
Is arrogant, that is when it will come
But
out.
you have even yes that. So it means
Yeah.
the test is to become
Yeah.
a good human being even before
So if you're kind,
you get
you
the
continue
wealth.
being kind.
Exactly.
If you're empathetic,
yes.
you continue
But
being
money tests it. So if you're someone who wants to be good and they bring you the challenge of money, now you're tested. And then testing also means you refine, you become someone with power and money, and you're not arrogant. Isn't that a beautiful thing? Yeah.
Abna, so there's this notion out there that the moment, actually, I think we all do it. When we see a rich woman who's with a man who isn't really making much, we are quick to jump to conclusion that this person is with this person because of their money. Let's take the like of Zari, the boss lady, from Young, Famous and Rich. I don't know if you've watched. Yeah. So in the case of Zari is with a gentleman who...
The boxer.
Doesn't really... I mean, even if he's having money, it won't be as much as Zari's. And the notion out there, even on Twitter and everyone's mouth, is that he's with Zari because of the money. Where does this perception come from? Why do you think people often run to this conclusion? Or is it just something that maybe... Is it just based in Africa, actually? Because I don't see it happening.
It all stems from the point that there is this basic blueprint that a man is the provider, a woman is
That's not my basic blueprint.
No, not you. Are you
changing
no,
the
no,
DNA?
you see, no, wait.
They are changing,
no,
but you can't use
wait,
that
no,
swag.
let me land. No, wait,
She's
Akosia, let me land. No, let me
titties,
land. No, you see, she
titties.
said, she said everybody is saying that the guy is with her for the money. So let's
assume
let me land
on that premise.
Yeah.
On that
So let me
premise.
land my point.
Okay.
Pardon me, most people.
Okay, so most people, you see, even if we say most people, it's like when a woman goes to bring, let's say you are going to your dad, that you want to get married. The first thing your dad will ask you is, what does he do? But when a man is going to get married, they don't ask you, the first thing they ask him is not, what does she do? Where is she from? It's like, there is this thing in everybody's mind. When a woman is not working and she's married, nobody says, how will she take care of the home? Most women, like there are women who give birth and don't go to work, nobody says anything. But when the man doesn't have a job, how is he going to take care of the family? We have religious leaders and all that preaching that a man who is not financially sound should not get married, should not date. We don't say that for the women. How many times? That is why I'm saying that it stems from like the basis of society. So now, Zari and her boxer boyfriend. This woman has built her empire, she's lived her life, has all her kids, and she's now looking for peace of mind. And she's going to take this young guy, because mind you, the guy is younger than she is. Younger, and she's richer, he's now starting life and he has just go to grab him. So I get where it's coming from that, oh, this guy is all that. But now, as much as the world has changed, the women are making money, it has also changed the men. We're in an era where the men want to be baby girls. We're in an era where the men will say, if she doesn't take me, I won't text her back. Then a man will chase you. Then a man will chase you, like when you want something, go and chase her. But now we're in an era where women are saying, let's make a plan. Eh? let's go. Like the world has changed. The world has changed where now men want good marriages. Now when you see marriages, you can see the woman, everybody like, looking at this woman's size, you can see that the woman has money and the man is married. And you go deep into it, you realize that it's true. Now it's not we the women that are wanting so much the comfort than the men. The men want the good women, the men want the women who have gone to school. I will not doubt that he's actually with her because we have 5 children or 6 children. You young man, you don't have any. Ha!
Love is kind.
Love is dear, baby.
Love is patience.
You see, now the men have become baby girls. They also want the good life. The world, as much as we have evolved as women and we're sitting here, the men have also changed. We have changed and the men have also changed.
But you know, there are some men who never going for a woman who is more stable than he is.
How many now?
There are some men who will
no,
not do
some, but I mean, how? Like, let's take like the recent popular weddings. I don't want to mention names so that it goes like, but let's take even the Ghanaian celebrities that have got married recently. Like 3, 5. Look at the women and look at the men. Especially the women who were so popular, they had all the money and they were making noise and everyone was like, this woman, nobody will marry her because of that. But now you see macho men following them because they have money and they'll take care of them. Now
so
the
men
are
also going in for women.
Yeah, same way we have changed. They want to be.
I don't think a masculine man who.
Oh, the men are the bole more than everybody.
The fact that a man is going to the gym every day does not mean he's masculine.
Ashawa, you know, I feel like when it comes to something just popped in my head. I honestly feel like even in our generations, people still haven't accepted the fact that women can be successful. When a man makes money, it's never questioned. Even if it's questioned, it's not really lauded like that. A woman makes money.
She's sleeping with men.
She's sleeping with men, or there's definitely a big man somewhere who's funding.
Yeah.
A woman buys a car. No, there's some sugar daddy somewhere that's bought. You know, is it that society isn't really adjusting to the fact that we are all, men and women are running the same pace, competing for the same job, same roles now? Because right now there's no restriction even in working environments. But do you think that the society is really taken its time into accepting that the world has actually very much evolved and that women can actually make it irrespective of.
Yeah, I think now with education and with, you know, people like Akosia trying to empower women to understand their worth, to understand their capabilities, they are being empowered to do more for themselves. Now, a woman does not think that there's a problem where she can start a business, she can build an empire, she can have people who work for her, and she'll make billions of dollars by herself. But again, we're talking about the fact that a woman making money, everyone thinks that there's a sugar daddy. Yesterday, I was having a conversation with a friend, and she was talking about the fact that there's this particular lady, she's doing so well, and she can't believe that it is her hard work, it's a sugar daddy who is funding her. And I was telling her that, do you know what it takes for a man to work hard and decide to give his money to a woman to spend? I don't know whether you understand. So if you see a woman doing so well for herself, even if there's a man behind, she should have the wisdom and understanding to manage the little that the man has given her to multiply. Because even with the parable of the talents, God gave someone 1 talent, God gave another one 2, and another one 5. The 1 talent hit his talent, and he came back to say that he didn't want to do anything with it. And the others had to work and multiply it. If you are given something and you do not multiply it, it will be taken away from you. So whether she stole the money, whether someone gave her the money, whether she worked hard for the money, so far as she has the money and she's multiplying it, let's give her the credit.
Yeah.
You love that, right?
I love it. And let me use the power of the talent just to twist it on its head.
You believe in the power of talent?
I'm someone who is a scholar of everything, and I believe in this ancient story. So, for instance, I
believe in Jesus Christ came to walk the earth?
I believe Jesus Christ was a prophet, yes. And
I don't
definitely
think the Son of God will give us salvation.
No, I have a different deity. I have a different...
The
yeah.
titties!
The titties! No, but the energy is similar but different. And it's
do
you see
because of our beliefs.
You see?
I think that's the beauty
It's great.
of life.
And that's a beauty and diversity
that we all
of us
have
as human
different
beings.
perspectives,
Exactly.
and we come together
Exactly.
and we respect.
Hey,
Because right
when
now,
we sit here and brag and say women will do what can you go sit here and say if a man doesn't have money, you will not date him.
Why would I date someone who is financially
What are you
challenged?
saying?
Can I
If you say you have evolved so much, if you say you have evolved so much, why won't you make the money and go and date a man you love?
I think I need a bell.
If you say you have evolved so much,
I need
if
a
you
bell
say that
on
society
this
has evolved so much that you'll be, and you say women work and make the money, why are you sitting here every day and say that if a man doesn't have money,
Because I love the comfort
how many
that
times
comes
do we
with
hear
it.
a man
I
saying
love
that
to be
if a woman doesn't have money, I'll not marry him?
taken
Let's be
care of.
factual.
That's what
How
I
many
want.
times
Really?
do we hear a man say that if a woman doesn't have a job,
That is
if
his
she doesn't have
business.
anything, I'll not marry him?
Just like you're saying.
No, it's barely happens.
There are people
But
who
when
are
women
going in for
always-
financially
we the
stable
ones
women.
claiming we're evolved and all that. When you want to marry a man, even we the evolved, I was asking, what does he do? If we say we're evolved, if we say we're financially independent, if we say we can do all that and that, this patriarchal system is all or whatever is supposed to end. Why is it that same way you make money, you not say I love you and then we can live together?
No.
Why this girl says that if you don't have any money, she will never ever. She always
Listen,
says
I
yes.
have
But she
evolved, yes, but
you
I
haven't
still
evolved
believe.
there. You
I have
haven't
evolved.
Ladies,
I went
work
up
so ladies.
She just said she her home. Only women do their chores. The man must take off all the money.
Ladies,
Didn't you hear her say?
Ladies.
Exactly.
Then so what are you saying? Have you evolved?
On the parable of the talents,
Let's
I wanted to
listen to
say
Akosia.
something about the parable of the talents.
Sure, darling.
What was the story? The story was that they gave them 3,
5.
No,
No,
they
they gave one person
3,
5,
1.
1.
3,
They gave
5,
one person
5.
5. They gave one person 3
exactly,
and 1.
Exactly. And the whole test was that they were wanting to see how they would multiply
Yeah.
it,
Exactly.
right? In the society we're in, God has given us all these talents, right? But all of a sudden, the person, in this case, the person who buried their talent under the ground, the reason why they buried it was because when God gave all of you the stuff and you all went, he started whispering amongst yourselves, you shouldn't do anything because you're a woman, so your talents bury it. You're not supposed to multiply. Yeah.
Nobody said that. He himself said it too.
No, I'm telling
he said
you,
God is wicked, so you bury it so that they'll not come and ask you for accountability.
I'm giving you the twist on the situation with patriarchy.
I live there with the
Patriarchy is saying bury your talent just because of your gender. And do you see
I get where
how
you're coming
nonsensical
from.
it is?
Like,
You know, God gave us all, but
Yeah.
you who is
Yeah.
my fellow human
Like, we
being
all
telling
have
me I shouldn't do
capabilities and
anything.
talents. So
yeah,
why you
and God, why are you telling me
now
to put it in because of my gender?
Mommy, you and I know
Get
that
it.
you, mommy being here, and if
I've
a man
never
sees you,
Lodina Shandong.
no, wait, if a man sees you and sees your house help or sees a girl who hasn't been to school, you can't tell me that the man will treat both of you the same. Now, the world has evolved in such a way that when a woman has education, even the way they introduce her, even the way people treat her is different. Let us be factual. Let us not lie. Now, a woman's power is how many, she has a PhD in this. Now, women do all that. Women do all that. So why are we making it look like it's so bad that when a woman has education, nobody... No, now even men that want the good women.
It's a good thing. But what I am saying is that as much as I have education, because I have a master's, I have my own business, I would not go in for someone who cannot provide for me.
That's her individual, and she
Exactly.
couched it. Her
Because
individual,
my man leading me makes me feel feminine.
That means you still believe that the man is the head.
I do. I'm not
Let's
100%.
move on to the next question. It seems, I mean,
Charlie, I'm loving
this.
this.
Is it true that
100%.
is it true that women are often trying to be successful or to make more money just so they can rub shoulders with the men?
No.
I don't think it's just so we can rub shoulders. The cameraman is making noise, but
The cameraman said it's true.
I don't think it's because we can rub shoulders, but there was a time when our grandmothers, our great-grandmothers were at a disadvantage because they didn't have jobs. They didn't have anywhere else to go. You could find a man maltreating you and doing everything, but because you didn't have anything to your name, you know that if you left that man, you had nothing to go to. We have grandmothers advising girls that a woman's power is her wealth.
Yeah.
I have women
Secure
who are
the
older
bag.
that are telling me that, Abna, in all your doings, in all your gettings, get money. Women, old women who have never had education, and they have told me that your education is your power. They didn't say your childbirth. They didn't say your cleanliness. They didn't say your chores. They said your money. Because they said in their time, they weren't really getting the education, because when their brothers were going to school, they had to stay home to cook because their fathers didn't believe that women should be educated. And then because of that, they didn't have anything to hold on to. So they had men who would now come and give them money to come and cook and clean and all that. So when you and this man fight, you are at his mercy because you don't have anything to your name. And now women are doing that so that we can have a certain level of independence and stance. Not because we want to be arrogant, but because we want to be able to be treated as human beings. Because some men, when they marry women, they feel like you are lesser than creation. There are some men who believe that women were like secondary creation. They were created because Adam was not happy. And I was like, if God knew the beginning, the end, and the middle, you can't tell me that God didn't know that Adam would be lonely. And God didn't know that he would need Eve. Then that means you have limited God. But my point is that there are some men who still believe that women are lesser creations. So then our mothers, our grandmothers tell us that make money. So that when this man is treating you like you are nothing, you will have something to hold on to. Because in this world, we can say finances is fickle. Mommy is not fickle. Ha! Prepaid. Rent, they are near the tier. Car, they are near the top. You can sit here and say that men are what. What's one now how doors, so now couldn't me mouse, cut what I'm showing you. What's your car for some of us want to say? Tell me when you're with the man, you are going through everything. You can, so we can say women and men, but we need the men to do certain things. My point is that no matter how we say it, we still expect certain things from men. And it's not society. It's like it has been imbibed in us. It's been in our subconscious that a man should do something. So when you're with a man and you have all that and you're not doing anything, it's come to command you, you're like, ha.
And also, I feel that, when it comes to the financial part of a woman being very stable, I think it's also to help her say no to certain things. Because I feel like, sometimes there are people in relationship and marriages that when they have the financial independence, they won't stay there. So I can only use myself as an example. One of the reasons why I do what I do is, one, so that I can have the ability to walk out of anything that is affecting my mental health. Because if I don't have money, I cannot rent a place for myself. I cannot do whatever I want to do. And also, I would not have to compromise my standards just to suit a man. Because, for instance, if I'm a Muslim and I don't eat pork, and I meet a man and the man is saying that if you don't eat pork, I'm not going to marry you, I can look dead in his face and say, I do love you so much, but I'm sorry I don't eat pork.
Or he's married you and say, if you don't eat the pork, you're not eating today.
Exactly. And then also, I love the good things in life. I love to look good. I love to travel. Having that financial stability, it makes me feel good. Even when I'm sad and I think about the fact that I can do certain things for myself, it just makes me happy. But there again, I'm not going to rub shoulders with my man, because I believe that whatever he has to do for me, he will do it for me. Because when it comes to my point, I'm not going to expect a 50-50. That's what I think.
Okay. Finally, Akosia, what's your final take on this topic?
My final take was we started off with almost like a difference, but then she ended up saying all the things and confirming all the things I was actually trying to say, but in a way that would be better assimilative, I think, to the listeners of the show and the audience, right? Remember I mentioned about our ancestors, grandmothers who put that soul, that empowered soul in us. You just use it.
No, grandmothers had everything. And I said that because they didn't have it, they were advising us to go get it.
Smart
There's different.
Okay, I'm just showing you that you yourself were empowered by your mothers and the grandmothers.
Yeah.
That thing is, that's what I'm saying. You were also empowered by that. So those ancestors exist and they are here to empower you, and that is why you are sitting here today. You're not just here because you came out of a vacuum. You came out from a long lineage.
If I follow my people, I'll not be sitting on this TV. I'll be some banker somewhere. I am very...
No, but this is also another way you're taking the family name. If yours is TV,
don't
theirs
like
is
it like
banking.
that.
Don't mind them. You're spreading the name.
Wow.
But that's what it is.
I love this episode, the energy. I love the fact that we are all coming from a different point of view. By the end of the day, we had to just
getting
meet.
to the same thing.
Now, what's your final take on this topic?
My final take is, you see, whether we like it or not, is a man's world.
Nope.
Akosia, you see, Akosia, whether you like it, Akosia,
why do you say it's not a man's world?
No, wait, don't ask. Akosia, you see this man over
know.
there? You see this young man, this cameraman over there?
Please.
Akosia, you can have all the money in the world, and you can say you love this man. If you want to marry this man and you say you will not marry, you can never marry him.
Then I shouldn't be married.
No, you
in
don't
the
get it.
first
I
place.
want to say that a woman, as much as we will lie and like we not lie, as much as we like to
Now,
feel.
why don't we know why she's saying that it's not a woman?
No, she asked us for our final say.
Okay, so you just done.
All
But
I'm saying-
I want
all
to know
I'm
why
saying
you
is
say that.
As much as we can sit here and say, I am all that, I'm all that. Mommy, at the end of the day, it's a man who will choose you. If you like a man and he doesn't like you, you can't do anything about it.
But
But when a man likes you and you don't like him, he can pester you.
What if you still don't like him?
What's it?
What if you still don't like him?
Oh, sometimes we use them. Yeah, but all I want to say, the man chooses. We don't get to choose.
Okay.
Whether we like it or not, is how many female presidents we have in this country? We have evolved. Do we have a female president?
Vice.
If a woman comes here right now, will you vote for her?
Why
Be
would
honest.
I?
Oh, I will.
Hillary, come on, Tom, and now. My dream.
Ashawa, what's your final take on this
I
topic?
want to know what
Oh, I
she's...
think we'll be stretching. Okay, but just basically, I believe in, because of the African history, right? Matriarchy was there before patriarchy. Matriarchy, which is why in our ancient religions, queen mothers, there's all of that. So women were also economic creators, which is why I'm drawing from that to be who I am today. It's not something that is new to me, and I just recognize I'm in a flawed system of patriarchy, and that's all. And if I want to move out
So you
of
agree
it,
there's a patriarchy?
Oh, but that's what feminism is. Feminism is saying
So
there's
it's a
patriarchy and
man's
you're
world
fighting
then.
to
Yes,
to
so it's a
topple
man's
it.
world.
And to fight that is to now move the consciousness from that by reminding. That's how this whole conversation. I'm reminding you of what was and who you are
And don't
today.
tell a man that if he doesn't have money, you don't
And
marry
who
him
you
and
are
he goes
today.
50-50.
No, but
What's
she
your
too, she can't be suffering when you are not. Do you get it? She can choose. She also doesn't want to suffer.
We should pick a struggle. Which one are we choosing?
The whole point
Let's
is-
be the breadwinners then.
the-
If we want
no,
to do
no,
all
no.
that, let's be the head.
No, but the struggle really is
What's the
we want
feminism
to
then?
improve the quality of our lives. We are all here. People believe that maybe when you die, you reincarnate. People believe that you go to hell or heaven.
Yeah.
But last, all we know is I'm here now. By the time I'm 100 or 95 or something, I'm going to die. I'm just here. I just have this lifetime.
Let me enjoy this chance.
Let me just one time. So sick of you. Who is my man? Because of you, I won't live to the fullest self of me. Then
But
I'll
you
die.
say you no go share responsibility.
Then I'll
so
just die.
So he make you take all your money can't give you. You what you be?
What
That
are you
is
doing
how
with your
she's
money?
negotiating her.
Ashawa, what's your final take on this topic?
My final take is that financial independence is very beautiful. As a woman, it's very nice, sweet for you to have your own money where you can afford things for yourself. So any man who feels intimidated by you having financial freedom is not your man. Your man is supposed to help you to become a better version of yourself and just go out there and enjoy life.
I think that definitely a man will feel threatened by you. It's come on.
Because of the society.
It's society, and it's just a human feeling. However, it's up to you, the woman, to make the man feel like a man, irrespective of what you have, what you're doing. And there's so many ways to go about it. Do you get it? And I also don't think that a lot of women out there make money just so they can rub shoulders with. I mean, if I know that the house that I'm married to my husband's not doing too great, and there's an opportunity for me to do better, do well, and bring money home, why not? But I also feel like it still shouldn't change you. No, it shouldn't change the roles that the role that you have or the role that you're playing as a wife. I disagreed on just this part with Abena, where she said that if I've gone out and I've had a long day and I've come out.
So you come back at 12 a.m.
You expect your husband to be the one cooking.
So if you're sitting at home doing nothing from 8 p.m., you should wait for me to
You
come
have
at
the
12 to
money,
come and
get a
cook.
cook.
Wait.
You have the money, get a
No,
cook.
you know there are some men who say, you know,
That's no.
but you know that there are some
Abena,
men that they wouldn't mind
Abena, can I
maids.
speak?
But because their wife is financially okay, it's like, because they're financially okay, you want to work with the maid to do everything for me.
It's your responsibility to find
Like
out anyhow.
there's supposed to be
it's your
food.
role. Yes.
Whether you stole the food, you bought the
Yes,
food,
there's
wherever
supposed to be
you got
So
the
me,
food.
when I'm sick and my husband doesn't have money, does he go and look for wherever you look for it for me?
It's your choice. You decide to choose.
Your role as a wife is to look after your husband. To take care of the home.
mommy. So let's say the water is finished in the house and you have to buy water. Because your husband is not there in his role. You sit down and wait there thirsty for him to come back from him to come and give you money to buy water.
If it's a good husband, if you call him, he will make
Yeah.
Mommy, when you can get water for yourself, then why are we having this discussion? That means we're still not evolved. If you want the man to come and get you water, that means you're not evolved.
There are things that a man has to do that he has to do it.
Abna, the point I'm trying to...
Yeah.
Well, what an enlightening...
Whatever you think that works for you, it works for you. Whatever works for us is working for us.
Can I move on?
No, your discussion and what you are saying is going vice versa.
No, it's not.
It's going contradictory.
Have you seen what Quickover has done? Well, what an enlightening discussion we've had tonight. We've moved past the outdated stereotypes and let's be encouraged to achieve more and inspire the next generation of women to find power in financial independence. After the break, we talk to some games right here on the show. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Welcome back from the break. If you just tuned in, this is Toast on GHOne television. Tonight we are discussing, are men threatened by women who are financially stable? Keep the conversation going on our social media platform. We will be reading. Remember to be nice. You know, on Toast all the time, we have the game segment, and tonight's game is called Grab the Cup. I will mention different parts of the body, and you will touch them as I say each. Only grab the cup when I specifically say cup. Vous comprenez?
Oui. Okay.
Madame. Okay, so on y va. So I'm going to mention different parts of the body. You're going to touch it. When I say cup, you go for the cup. Head. Cup. Okay, so one. Let's go again. Head. Titties. Stomach. Titties. Head. Ears. Cup. Okay. All right, we're good again. Okay. So let's go again. No, let me measure. 1, 2.
You have to measure it from here. 1, 2.
Okay, it's okay. Let's go. Knee. Breast. Those who don't have breast.
Say heartbeat and chest.
Heartbeat and chest. Head. Ears. Lips. Chin. Hand.
Hey.
Nose. Mouth. Eyes. Head. Knee. Cup. What is going
The
on?
first one I won.
This is going to be the last
one.
one.
Is mine.
This is going to be the last one. Okay, so let's go.
We're doing 5.
5, okay.
Mommy. 1. Look, you see your hand is not even there. Look at my tooth. I haven't even reached the cup. So you should be here.
Hey.
You are not part of it. Why are you
Now
counting?
mention, am I not the judge?
Your
Hey,
fingers are too small.
objection, overruled.
Your fingers are longer than my finger.
Come and measure for me.
Okay.
My fingers are longer than yours.
1, 2. Yeah.
And I hold your hand.
1, 2.
Hey, yeah, case closed. Case closed. Are we ready? Head. Breast. Shoulders. Leg.
You're too close. Up now.
What?
Wait,
It's my breast that is in front, not me myself.
Okay. Head. Eyes. Nose. Cap. Okay.
Which of East End?
Okay. So we've done 3.
East End.
So we have 2 more. Cap.
You didn't win. I won. I was distracted. I was trying to fix my microphone. You don't
Okay. So 2-1. Last one. Okay. So this is going to be the final one. Head. Shoulders.
Hey, now you, what are you this one? Let's not do it then.
Head. Shoulders. Knees. Toes. Head, shoulders, knees, toes, head, shoulders, knees, toes, head, shoulders.
Mommy's only doing head and shoulder. I can see Mommy's like corner eye. She's doing head and shoulders.
Wait, okay. Head, shoulders, knees, toes, head, shoulders.
Look, she doesn't do
Wait.
knees.
Okay, let's go. Head, shoulders, knees,
Mommy,
toes,
Mommy,
breast.
where's your toes?
Head, shoulders, knees. Akosi abna knees.
Okay.
Toes, breast. Calf. I present Mami Enimwa Beko the first for. She's a winner for our games challenge for tonight. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for tuning on Toast tonight. We had a good time. Did you have a good time?
Yeah,
Did you?
we did.
I had a lovely time.
But yeah, it's been an amazing evening. It's been an awesome night, as per usual. Insightful conversation. We've definitely learned a thing or two. We've learned to agree to disagree, irrespective of our beliefs and our opinions, our facts, and then our opinions. Listen, the competition in me had to come out. I'm telling you. But thank you all for sticking and staying with us. A massive thanks going out to GBH Hair Relaxer Cream and also to Creep Vodka. And then lastly to the whole crew, the cameraman, but most importantly, our producer One Nakwali. Thank you very much. Until next time, do enjoy your evening.